Okay, you ready? How old are you today? How old is that big bubba? Yeah, it's a big one. You're 6 months old today. Can you believe it? Everyone has been saying, oh my god, that has gone so quickly, but I'm just not sure. It feels like a long old slog to me. From where I am, that is 6 months of never sleeping through the night, of breastfeeding, which you know is knackering as well as painful and everything else on top of that. But yeah, we made it. You are very, very gorgeous at the moment. She has had the biggest growth spurt. It's probably not really really that noticeable, but yeah, look at my big girl. Look at my big girl. She has always been a bit on the dinky side, but literally from the last video at 5 months, she's cracking me up. I was going to say I don't think she's going to be very smiley and she's just woken up from a late nap. Yeah. Since the last update, just grew like absolutely crazy. From 5 to 6 months, she went from being kind of, I had just bought I think 3 to 6 month clothes and I was trying to squeeze them on her. Yeah, nothing was really fitting. So she's had this ginormous growth spurt, probably mainly due to the fact that we have started weaning. But yeah, in terms of everything else, just kind of feels like everything's gone a little bit backwards, doesn't it? In terms of sleep, oh my goodness, what a month. So pretty much just as she turned 5 months, we woke up in the night and she had the barking cough, that seal-like cough, and I thought, this is croup. I'd heard of it before. I can't remember if the boys had it, to be honest. I don't think they did, but it was just a nasty cough essentially. Throughout the day it was kind of getting worse. She was refusing to feed. She looked very sort of pale and withdrawn, so I ended up calling 111, who got me an out of hours doctor because it was a weekend. Went down there, they said yeah, it's croup, it's not on her chest, because it sounds really chesty, like they can't kind of breathe. So we had about a week of her having this really bad croup, and it was affecting her feeding, but mainly your sleep, wasn't it, miss? We kind of just got to quite a good place with sleep, and I was thinking that from 5 to 6 months I was going to get her kind of sleeping really well, think about moving her out of our room. No. Croup came and Croup sabotaged those plans quite a lot, didn't he? Didn't it? She just couldn't sleep. I was having totally sleepless nights with her, just trying to comfort her. But then the croup got better, and then there was about another week where just the bad habit had formed. She was getting up a lot, like every hour, every half an hour, sometimes it was a 2-hour window. Just threw us out for about 3 weeks. We are just getting back now into it, but after a very sleepless night, I woke up in the morning and was like, that's it, I'm weaning her. I just had enough and I thought she needs to wean. I'd already started topping her up a little bit with formula bottles, because I could tell she was getting hungry. You eating my hair now? She'll chomp on everything at the moment. So yeah, I just started with some baby rice. I didn't overthink it, just started giving it to her. She was so excited. She actually doesn't like baby rice that much. She was a bit like, okay, but she was so excited to be sat at the table and eating. But she absolutely loves the rest of the veg I've given her. So we're just starting with veg. I will do a kind of weaning vlog, but mine's probably going to be more focusing on just your worries around weaning, because I'm a very worried weaner, I've realised. And a lot of the how-to videos just frighten me even more with all the sterilising and pureeing and steaming, and I just get really overwhelmed. So I just did it in a very calm, unpressured way. And she's really enjoying it. But that also disrupted her sleep, because we had a couple of nights she started pooing again in the night. Sorry, I'm going to talk about your poop now. Is that alright, miss? I know you're a lady. I know. And she had the really, you know, it's solid, so the poo was pretty solid all of a sudden. And that was hard for her to take. I think now she's actually waiting on one. She's sorry, she's just cracking me up. You are funny. So I'm doing a mixture of puree and baby led. So my intention was to kind of baby led wean. I gave her some broccoli and some bits and bobs while I'm making a broccoli puree as well. But she was getting really frustrated. She just doesn't kind of quite yet have the hand to mouth coordination. Yeah, eating. Favourite thing, innit? Favourite thing. To do it. And she was like screaming, getting cross. So we're kind of separating out. So I am doing kind of purees and spoon feeding, because she's enjoying it. And yeah, she's only just turned 6 months, so maybe she was a little bit early to start. She's just making me warm as well. It's like a heat wave and I'm holding on to you. It's muggy. Heat wave, babies don't sleep. You can tell there's a theme of just everything has gone backwards. She had started to kind of be okay in her buggy. She was sitting up, being pushed around her buggy and enjoying it. Hates it now in the heat. She was uncomfortable. Just everything just took a turn for the worse, I guess. But I'm hoping that we've kept kind of consistent throughout. We've carried on taking her out. We started the weaning, which is really positive, and hopefully 6 to 7 months, gonna be a good one. Don't eat that hair. It's pink. It's not good for you. Good news on sleep, however, is that since she has been weaning, her naps are suddenly in place. So I was also really struggling with her being such a cat napper. She would sleep for 15-20 minutes, tiny little bursts throughout the day, and that was it. And she would be very tired. She'd be in bed by like 5. So obviously that's then not gonna, or 5:30, that's not gonna be conducive to like her sleeping really a long time on a normal family schedule. So now she's having these little cat naps. So she actually just had one, and it's late. It's like 6 o'clock already on the 22nd. So I'll put this up later tonight, will we? And she'll be up now until about 7:30. So that's a bit better. Now I've sorted out her naps. So I will do a vlog finally on naps because I feel like I've got some advice because she's napping lovely now. Lovely job with your naps, Evelina. High five. High five. Go on. Go on. Okay, so when it comes to myself, I guess there's a lot of things I wish I was further along with. I wish I was further along with my weight loss. I wish I felt more organised as a mum juggling 3. It's getting better, it is. It's become more normal now, but I wish I was smashing it a bit more. But I kind of talked to my husband about that, and he was like, the first 3 months you were like, I'd had loads of stitches, I was really struggling with breastfeeding. They're kind of a write-off. So really I'm kind of in 3 months into a new job, we decided. And you always give yourself a little bit of time, don't you, to warm up to any kind of new job, and this is a new job for me. I've not been a full-time mum for a while. Even to the boys, I was always at work full-time, and that's a big change for them. They're slightly playing up. Oh my god, it happened exactly the same with Finn. They were totally fine till I started weaning, and then suddenly got quite demanding. I think it's just that it's new, so I'm kind of sat there suddenly feeding her, and they both get a little bit like, so tonight Finn was like, feed me, feed me. Freddie straight away needs the toilet, wants me to go with him. He's 7, he can go to the toilet by himself. Just playing up at meal times, getting down from the table. It's just exactly the same happened for some reason when I weaned Finn. Freddie went a bit crazy. It didn't last for long, but something about the attention and the care, I don't know, and the praise she's getting, something or another. So I'm basically just, while I'm feeding her and giving her the praise, I'm trying to say to them, you loved broccoli when you were a baby, you eat your dinner nicely. She's so getting inspired by how nice you're eating, and just talking about them, even though I'm kind of really having to look at her and focus on her. So any tips, or let me know if your kids did that. I think it's a strange one. Oh, snuggle face. I'm single-sided breastfeeding, and the boob just got very, very sore, red at the end, and then went very flaky and dry. Treated it for everything under the sun. Then it just miraculously cleared up one day. But it's kind of coming and going. It kind of comes back for maybe 2-3 days a week. It's really, really sore, and then it feels a little bit better. I don't know what to do, but I am so chuffed that I'm breastfed for 6 months. Look at this chunky monkey. Most of that is mummy's milk. For me, who has bottle fed my first baby, breastfed my second, to do this is a massive achievement, and I'm not gonna kind of not say that I'm proud of myself, because I am. From those dark early days of syringe feeding her through tongue tie and everything, it's not easy. Public breastfeeding is a lot easier now she's older as well, because I can finally use the cover, because before when she was so little I needed to help position her, whereas now I can put her under the cover, get my breast out, and she'll kind of like, use her hands, and her head can move around, and she'll kind of latch on herself. So I'm finding public breastfeeding tons easier as well. I think that's just going to extend us for another few weeks. I always just take it one day, 1 week at a time. But if I could get to a year, oh my god, I don't know what I'll do. I'll be chuffed with myself. Oh my god, my husband just came home. Daddy home from work early. Crazy. She's gonna get excited. She really loves her daddy at the moment. So she's still in our room for the foreseeable future. We kind of decided that there's only a few weeks till the summer holidays, and we're going to be spending them in Sweden. I can't wait to vlog over there and share our days with you. So we decided not to move her out just yet, because she'll be in our room when we're there. And I don't want to move her out, do I? I don't. I'm still breastfeeding in the night, and until she's sleeping better I don't want to cross the hall, but also just, you know, lushness. So this is a bit of a chatty update. I hope it's been interesting. If you want to do subscribe for more from us, from this chatty one, and from me, I do videos every single week and I really enjoy them. Do pop a comment below and say hi if I don't know you already, and I will see you all very soon. Say bye. You're funny.